It's Mary B, yeah. Sit down, let's talk about reality, yeah. Tap in and get everything.
Hey y'all, it's me, Mary B. Welcome to Exclusive Interviews. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with comedian Alvin Perry. There we go. Hi.
What's up, Shorty?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing? You look
I'm
nice. I like
doing
those glasses.
good. Huh?
I said I like those glasses.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. First of all, welcome to Exclusive Interviews. I
Hey,
really appreciate it.
thank you for having me on.
Of course. We have, okay, so there is a whole network of us Black people here in San Antonio, Texas, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I was able to catch you on the actual, um, what is it called? A group. And
Uh,
I wanted to know more about what you were doing, especially with the comedy here in San Antonio.
okay.
So
What?
first, can you start with just letting everybody know where you're from?
I'm from the east side of San Antonio.
So you're born and raised in San Antonio?
Born and raised. I went to St.
Oh
Houston High School.
my! Do people always be shocked when they find out
Find out what?
that you're born and raised here in San Antonio?
Yeah, I'm somebody that was actually born and raised here.
Okay, okay, good. So being born and raised here in San Antonio, there is like an urban myth that there are not many African American people in San Antonio. So, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, it's not a myth. It's not a lot in comparison to other cities, but it's a lot of black people here.
Okay, so do you think I did see your videos on the great places to stay here in San Antonio, and one of them you said was the East Side.
Yep.
Now, when I moved here 7 years ago, I was told to stay away from the East Side. So can you explain that to me?
That that's the problem right there. People telling people to stay away. Listen to me. There's nothing wrong with the east side, and if you're the east side is probably an older neighborhood, so some of the areas are a little bit more run down compared to other places. But for the most part, it's a nice place to live. And if you're new here and you don't know nobody, you probably won't have nothing to worry about.
Mhm.
Because the things that used to go on ain't going on no more. Like a lot of those areas are torn down or they've been renovated, and these people have grown up and moved out. So what used to happen ain't really happening no more. I'm not saying it won't happen, but it's not like how it used to be.
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask because I saw all of the interviews that you've done with your comedy, and I think it's so everybody with the stereotypes, just piggybacking off of that. A lot of people say, "Oh, in order to get anything popping, I got to go to Houston," right? But you've been able to create an environment for other comedians as well as yourself here in San Antonio. So can you tell us more about like how you did the Mardi Gras event for the comedians here in San Antonio?
Actually, I was just featured on that event. Uh, the Big Unk did that event, but I
Uh-huh.
do a lot. I do a lot of shows. So uh, I've always been like a person that's I'll say friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to meet people. I like to engage. So I ain't no hater, nothing like that. If I can give you an opportunity, I will. Uh, I'm a cool person. You ain't gonna find too many people who personally know me you ain't gonna find too many people who get to talk to me and meet me that don't like me. Most people like me. So when it comes to creating a lane for myself and others, I don't really dwell on what we have and what we don't have, and if we can make it and if we can't make it. Because every city, somebody is struggling to make it. I don't think that people understand that. Like everybody is not making it. So, and everybody will tell you you have to leave your city, no matter where you're from,
Right.
to make it somewhere. And for the most part, the reason I got friends that I grew up with, went to school with, middle school, elementary, high school, that ain't never been to a comedy show. Uh, and that's because they've seen me 1,000 times. Like, to me, oh, I know AP, like, you know what I'm saying? But if I was somebody that wasn't from here and I was doing the exact
Yeah,
same thing I'm doing, they would,
yeah.
oh yeah, I gotta come see him. He went viral a couple of times or whatever. It is what it is, but I don't really dwell on that. I go and do my thing, and I'm funny.
You recently did an interview where you were saying that you were excited about doing clean comedy. Can you tell me the importance of doing clean comedy for you?
Yeah. Well, I work at a church, and so when I didn't really want to tell my church members, were the ones that didn't know I did comedy,
Mhm.
that I did comedy. So when they found,
Why?
because I be cursing. That's
Okay.
why. So when they found out, my pastor was like, "I'm gonna surprise you and come to a show," and I was like, "Nah, don't do that, because I be acting a fool
Uh-huh.
sometimes." So I was like, I'm gonna start doing shows that they'll feel comfortable coming to. And so last year on Mother's Day it wasn't my first time doing clean comedy. It was my first time putting on a clean comedy
Mm-hmm.
show. And for I had a 2-day event for Mother's Day, and both of them sold out. And majority of the people that was there was my church members. They really enjoyed themselves, So I was like, I'm gonna keep this thing going. So I try to do them every other month now.
Okay. I love that. I want everybody to know about your birthday bash that you're having April 27th. So I want to give you time to make sure that you shout that out and what people can expect there.
It's your birthday. I'm about to be. I know I look young because I'm handsome. Black don't crack. But I'm about to be 45 years old, and I've lived an extraordinary life. And
Did
I
you say
didn't think that I was
45?
45
Okay,
years old. Uh,
that's good. You look
uh,
great.
thank you. You look good yourself.
Thank you.
uh, I never thought I lived to be 21. So
Mm,
being through everything that I lived through, even though this is not 40 or 50,
yeah,
when you get older, you don't celebrate 41, 40. You start doing increments. So this is 45 for me, and 50 will be big too. But
of
uh,
course.
last year, I can't remember what I did for my birthday, but I wanted to make this one special, and I
Hmm.
wanted to put on a dope show. And so I got some real dope comedians. One of them is Desi Alexander, who opens up for Jess Hilarious, and he's like her. They're not real brother and sister, but they
Clothes,
really
yeah.
close, like brother and sister. Uh, I want to put on a dope show, so this is gonna be a dope show. It's gonna be 2 shows. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be funny. I'm already entertaining. I'm gonna be even more entertaining because I'm gonna let my nuts hang. Uh, and I want people to come and enjoy themselves. Like, both of the shows gonna be sold out. So if you don't get your tickets early, I
Okay.
guarantee you, if you try to buy tickets at the door, you're not gonna be able to.
Okay. April 27th.
April 27th. It's a
And where is it
Saturday
going to be?
at Upstage Comedy Lounge, the first black-owned comedy club in San Antonio.
We will be there. I'm going to take my homegirl with me. We're going to show up and support.
Okay, and make sure you come give me a hug too.
Nope. Sure will. What made you pick comedy?
Oh, I mean, it was either comedy or the streets. No, comedy. Uh, this is kind of like, it's not complicated at all. One, I got into comedy. I always tell people by hating. Some people don't look at it like that, but I do. I was at a comedy show and I felt like I was funnier than the other comedians, and
Right.
and so I asked my boy Little Randy. I was like, "Hey, can I get up there and perform?" And he was like, "All right." So once I got those laughs, it made me feel good. I wanted to keep this going. Now, before that, people would ask me to do comedy, and I never knew. I knew what a comedian was, but I didn't know how to put jokes together.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got on that stage, it was euphoric, and it was like a drug. And that 12 years later, I'm still here.
Adrenaline. Okay, so definitely an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I love that. What keeps the high going?
Laughter.
Okay.
But I love making people laugh. So if I was rich, I would do this for free.
Mm, I love that. I love that.
I,
Um,
I like how
when you
you
come
talk.
to, huh?
I like how you talk. It's very soothing.
Oh, thank you. I get that often, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, every time you come to exclusive interviews, whatever your business is, I always ask you to pick your top five. Because number one, it lets us know, what motivates you, what kind of humor you have, and things of that nature. So, can you just pick your top five comedians for me?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You find your fine.
Cat Williams. Some more.
Oh, I love some more. I love some more. How do you feel about the burst of energy that comedy's had since Cat Williams and Monique has had the conversations that they've been having publicly?
Uh, man. I, I want to say it's not good or bad for comedy, but it's definitely not good, right?
Yes, let's have this conversation.
People say that you what they said, how they said, uh, like attention, no matter where it comes from, is good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Publicity.
Publicity, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it depends. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in a world now where people pick sides just based on social media, right? So if you like Monique, or you like Cat Williams, or you like Kevin Hart, or whatever,
Right.
you're gonna take their side automatically. You probably won't be realistic in your thought process of
Right.
why you like this person, why you don't like this person, or whatever the case may be. So let me tell you something. I don't find Kevin Hart to be the funniest guy in the world. Like, I wouldn't put Kevin Hart in my top 10, probably not even my top 20.
Right. Or 25.
But I respect Kevin Hart as a businessman. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I respect his hustle when it comes to comedy. So I can't take nothing away from him now, regardless of I think he's funny or not. He's filling up stadiums and he's making all this money. So at the end of the day, Kevin Hart doesn't care if I think he's funny or if you think he's funny. You know, you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and now I don't too much care for Monique, and it has nothing to do with comedy. Now I don't think she's funny. I think she was funny at one point in time. Uh, but I will say this: if you're an entertainer, right, especially a comedian, there's no such thing as somebody being able to blackball you, right?
Right.
Because once you get a certain level of success, you can go anywhere and perform, right? So what I'm saying is this: the level of success Monique has reached. She can come to a city like San Antonio and sell out every show,
Right.
probably for a week straight. It might not be the Alamo Dome or AT&T Center, but let's just say she booked a show at the Joe Long Theater, which is the Carver, uh,
Okay.
and that seats 400. I think it's 600 people, something like that. She could fill that place up.
Okay.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
believe it. She
Because
could.
yeah,
I like
so it's
Monique.
in certain spaces, she probably wouldn't be able to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as she probably, like her saying, "Oh, I can't get a movie role," blah 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 blah. But being able to come to a city and say, "Hey, I'm coming to the city, and I need a performance venue," you find that venue and you perform there. There ain't nothing stopping her there.
Okay. So you feel like, it could be other reasons.
Only thing that can stop you is you.
Is you. Okay, I like that. I like that. For the young comedians that's here in the city, outside of the city, what is one thing that you would say that could motivate them?
Confidence is key. If you don't have people know when you're not doing good, right? So well, okay, a couple of things, right? So if you watching this or you see this and you think you're a comedian or you want to be a comedian, I want you to understand this. There is a grind that you have to go through, right? So most people think that they can just get on the stage and start at the top, or they can start at the middle level, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Right.
not. You have to go to open mics, and you have to go. You have to get practice in, basically, right? If you don't get that practice in, you ever seen an episode of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air where D.L. Hughley was on there, and Will Smith got up there and did, he was like, I can do this, and he did it, and
Mm-hmm.
he got
And
some
bomb,
laughs,
yeah.
and then the second time he did, he bombed. Well, that's how it is if you don't get practice in,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you don't get practice in, all that stuff that is funny to you, it might not be funny to somebody else, because you got to be able to translate what's funny to you and what's funny to your friends and all these stories that that people around you know that you're funny, to people that don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a process, right?
Yeah.
So on top of that process, let's say you start getting booked for shows. When you start getting booked for shows, if you're not doing good, don't give off that you're not doing good. Perform like you're doing the best
Best
ever.
job. Okay.
You know, because people can tell when you're not doing good. It
Mm-hmm.
shows in your body language and everything else. So you get up on that stage and you act like you killing the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And then you take that as a lesson. Like, you don't harp on that like, oh, I bombed, I didn't do good. That's a part of comedy. You ain't gonna always do good. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
all it is a lesson. You record yourself and you try to figure out how you can make whatever it is that you're doing better, and you just work on that, until you got it down pat.
Yeah.
And then lastly, know how to transition. Now this is very important, right?
Okay.
So when you're telling jokes, right, or just say like you're an interviewer, right? When you're
Yes.
interviewing somebody and you see that something is making somebody uncomfortable, or they not really feeling what you're talking about,
Right.
you got to know how to transition to something else, right?
Right.
And you don't have to make that transition obvious, right?
Right.
You can just one time I was telling a joke in front of a predominantly Hispanic crowd, and I told the joke about how Hispanic people are more racist than white people,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, let you bring a black dude home, let a Mexican girl bring a black dude home, and they wasn't feeling that joke. So instead of forcing that joke on them,
Mm-hmm.
I just switched to something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Because you had something else in the arsenal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you'll lose a crowd trying to force a joke on them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm I'm, my daughter's at praise dance practice right now.
Oh,
But
praise
yeah,
the Lord.
yeah. You can't, if you try to force a joke on people and they not feeling it, you'll lose the crowd. So even if you say some stuff funny after that, they already decided they don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to pay attention to your audience and what they're gravitating to and what they catching on.
Okay. I love that. And you have a really dope top five. I meant to tell you that also. You have a really dope top five. I
Thank you.
love it. Um, where is the next show going to be, the birthday bash?
No, I have a show Thursday. That's actually a free show. Uh, it's going to be at the Lucky Duck, which is, I believe, downtown.
The Lucky Duck. And that's gonna, you said this Thursday?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a free show. I don't I don't have the flyer. I mean, it's
Okay.
on this phone that we all.
I'll post it. Don't worry. I'll post it for you. Just send it to me.
Yeah, I got that show. This Sunday I'll be at the Backyard Boogie at Martin Luther King Park with T Pope. Uh, April the 6th I'll be at Upstage Comedy Lounge. I got quite a few things coming up before my birthday, but my
Okay.
birthday, if they don't come to nothing else, come to my birthday.
Okay. Okay. Y'all make sure that y'all are following comedian Alvin Perry, AP.
And my OnlyFans.
Make sure huh?
And my OnlyFans too.
Don't follow that, you guys. We are saved and we do
No, it's Christian. It's a Christian
He's only
event.
showing his feet. It's all right. I'm playing. You guys make sure
Nah,
y'all are following him.
listen to me. I'll show you something else before I show you my feet. Yeah, I ain't trying to. I ain't trying to run
AP,
nobody off.
AP.
My feet is horrible.
Thank you so much for coming on to exclusive interviews. I really appreciate it. I hope that we can shine more of a light on all of the Black businesses that are here in San Antonio, Texas. You guys, it's so many of us. We just have to connect, okay?
You're doing a wonderful job too.
Thank you.
You're a good.
Thank you
You're a
so
good.
much. I appreciate it.
You're a good interviewer, and you make me laugh.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You made me laugh. That's what's important.
You're welcome.
Good rapport. I appreciate
You're welcome.
you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you send me your flyer, okay?
I'm gonna send you all the flyers.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I will show up. That's what I do. I pop up.
And my OnlyFans link too.
You guys, make sure after you visit his OnlyFans, you go over to classyjewel.shop. Make sure to get your Classy Jewel lip gloss. I love you guys so much.
Hey, how much that cost?
Huh?
How much the lip gloss cost?
$10.
I'm gonna get 2 of them for my daughters.
Please.
Like
Thank you. Classyjewel.shop.
All right, I got you.
Okay, thank you.
You're
you guys, I will be going to North Carolina this weekend. So I'm going to be a little busy, but I will make sure to go live at least once. But thank y'all so much for coming on. I really appreciate y'all watching too. AP, is there anything else that you need to say to your people?
No, just follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, Facebook. I'm funny, but it's better to find out if I'm funny if you come see me in person.
Yes, and when I come see you, I'm gonna let them know. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye, y'all. Everybody have a safe night. Thank you,
have
baby.
a good night. Bye.
Bye.
It's Mary B, yeah. Sit down, let's talk about reality, yeah. Tap in and get everything you need, yeah. Come trade some knowledge with